Hello everyone! Greetings from Kharkov, Ukraine. My name is Svetlana Mucha and I'm the leading matchmaker and dating coach at Diolli.com. As you can see, today I'm not alone in this video. Like I have promised in the previous video, we will have more Alessia, more of our beautiful psychologist in our videos this year. And today, together with Alessia, we would like to bring up a really controversial and I believe a truly important topic. We will talk about younger ladies dating older gentlemen. Of course, we can understand the reason why so many older gentlemen would love to date younger girls. First of all, it is so much more easier in their eyes to attract a younger girl. You can act on your experience and you have lived longer, you have seen more, and you can use it as a wow factor. If the gentleman tries to impress the lady who is, for example, his age with his life experience, it won't be that impressive, she won't be wowed because she has a similar experience. Also, why else older gentlemen tend to choose younger ladies? Well, obviously because they are young, beautiful and seductive, and of course by dating a much younger lady, a gentleman wants to improve his sex drive and he wants to have so-called second use. Why else old gentlemen tend to choose younger ladies? Well, because they can use the authority. They can dictate some rules in their relationship and they expect a younger lady to follow eagerly them wherever they want to take them. And of course the tricky question of having kids. If the gentleman in his 50s or in his 60s has decided to start a new family or start the first family, it seems logical and easy to choose a younger girl who can provide him with babies. But what we want to discuss right now, we want to discuss the reasons why some younger ladies tend to feel attracted to older gentlemen, and what is more important, what an older gentleman should expect if he considers dating a much younger lady. So Alessia, my first question to you would be, why some younger ladies tend to date gentlemen who are, let's say, 10, 15 years older or twice as old as they are the age of their parents? Why? What do they expect to gain from such a relationship?
I can say that every person has his own reasons, of course, and I can't say that all ladies choose this age gap because of this. No, not at all. Some of ladies want to find some, how to say this?
Security,
yes. Maybe she hadn't had a father in her family, in her parents' family, and she just want to feel this security, stability, or something like this in these relationships. This is one of the reasons. Of course, there can be some financial stability.
Let's talk about security first and about the absent father figure. So pretty often I hear from my male client that, for example, a gentleman is in his late 40s, early 50s, and he claims he wants to date someone in her middle 20s. But at the same time, he tells me that I don't want to be her daddy, I don't want to date someone with daddy issues. So I see the problem there, because one of the first reasons why a younger girl wants to choose...
She wants to have a father.
Yes, and a gentleman, on the other hand, he claimed that he is not open to be a father figure in such a relationship.
Because she wants to find someone who is wiser, someone who can help to take care and take some responsibility of her. Yes, of course. And he should be ready for this.
So if the gentleman is looking for a lady who is, let's say, 15, 20, 25 years younger, he should be ready to play daddy in some sense.
Yes, take care of her. Yes, so this is, of course, one of the most popular reasons.
The second reason, I have interrupted you, I'm sorry for that. You have started talking about financial stability.
Yes, of course, he is older, he is wiser, and he can give her a lot of things that she can't allow herself.
I can tell that many ladies with whom I conduct interviews who are open to date older gentlemen, they like the fact that, for example, this gentleman, yes, he has more life experience, he has reached certain financial and professional level. And for example, while boys her age can take her to vacation, to camping in tent, an older gentleman can invite her to a nice hotel at the seaside. So this is one of the reasons she's chosen him.
This is not important reason. This is not the one reason that he can give.
One of the reasons.
One of the reasons, yes. He can give me because something, and because of this I will choose him. No, not at all. But this is very important, of course.
I would like to add that some ladies, for example, younger ladies, they tend to choose older gentlemen because they want to have a certain lifestyle, and for example, instead of going to the park, they would like to have a dinner date at the restaurant with a mature man who can afford that. As a professional psychologist, can you tell that intentions of such young ladies are purely materialistic?
No.
Or if they are more there?
No, of course it depends. Some of girls, yes, maybe they will have only these expectations, but not at all. It's not about money. It's about their attitude, maybe, to attitude to life.
So if we are talking about a younger girl, let's say in her middle 20s, or who is ready to date a gentleman in his middle 40s and up, she kind of expects him to bring certain activity that she can't afford.
Yes. Maybe some activity, some experience. Maybe she wants to learn something from him.
Some novelties.
Yes.
Something she can't have with the boy her age.
Of course.
My next question would be, we are speaking about age gap. Can you tell me that, for example, the older lady and a gentleman are, the less they feel this age gap? For example, will there be a difference if the lady in her 40s is dating a gentleman in his 60s, and if the lady in her 20s is dating a gentleman in his 40s?
Of course, we feel a big age difference if, for example, lady is 20 years old and he is 40 years old. This is a huge gap because they have different experience in their life. She is a student and he is not a student at all. But if she is 40 and he is 60, this is less gap because they have...
It's still 20 years.
But it's another 20 years.
They still were raised while reading different books and watching different cartoons, and still it would feel...
But they have some similar, how to say this?
Maturity.
Roles in their life. They were students, both. They were students, they were workers, they were maybe parents, both of them. So because of this, they have more similar things and more similar experience in their life.
Alessia, can you name more reasons why a younger girl can choose an older gentleman?
Yes, of course.
We have talked about financial expectations, about experience, about attitude. What else?
I can say that one of the reasons, and this is a really interesting reason in my opinion, it's loyalty. Because younger ladies, they will expect him to be loyal. Because she is young, she is beautiful, she is seductive, and she expects him to adore her, like, you are my goddess.
I have read a book recently about daddy issues. I got prepared to this video, and many subscribers at our channel love leaving comments about daddy issues. This would be my next question to you. And what I loved in that book, they have mentioned that many girls, for example, even if there was a father who was present in the family, but he was, for example, really busy working, building career, so it doesn't mean that...
He didn't give enough attention.
Yes, she didn't receive enough attention. Probably he didn't say too many times that I love you, you're the most beautiful, you're my little princess. So she wants to hear it from a man, from an older established man in her life. This is why she's craving for such attention. Can you tell me more about so-called daddy issues?
Of course, when we are talking about daddy issues, we call this difference in a couple when he is older and she is younger. We can't say that there is some scientific explanation of this term, yes, like daddy issues. But when we see this couple, we understand that two people in this couple, she and he, Both of them have their own reasons to choose such partner, like we talking before, like we talked before.
So you can't say that, for example, all ladies in relationship with an age gap would have so-called daddy issues, that they were not loved enough in their childhood.
No, I can't say so. And as I said in the beginning, all people, we all have our own reasons. So for some lady, yes, it will work. For some lady, no. The same thing with guys.
Are there any other reasons why younger ladies tend to choose, some younger ladies tend to choose older men?
Of course, there are some reasons more. Ladies, we all want to stay as long, beautiful and young as we can. And being with a man who is older, it gives us this feeling inside that I am still young and I am still beautiful.
And such couples, usually a lady next to an older gentleman,
she looks always beautiful.
Yes, she looks younger,
young, and she always feels herself very seductive. She always feels that he wants her. This is very important.
Let's discuss the issues and the problems that a couple with a big age gap can face. Let's talk about difficulties a gentleman, an older gentleman in such relationship can face while dating a younger lady.
I can name 4 things, 4 maybe fears that can be in such couples. First of all, this is difference in interests. He wants one thing and she wants something totally different. He wants to have calm rest and she wants to have active rest. They want to visit different places, watch different movies, etc., etc., etc.
Their friends would be of different age.
Yes. And this is not very big problem, but it can be a really big problem.
I can tell that, for example, the fact that their friends are from different age groups can actually be a big problem, because from the gentleman's side, especially ladies, wives of the friends, they can be jealous of the younger woman.
Yes.
And on the other hand, friends of the younger lady, they cannot accept the gentleman because, like I have told before, they were raised on different cartoons, they have watched different movies, so they have different perception of life, and it can be a big challenge.
Yes, jealous is the second reason, because she is young, she is beautiful, she is seductive, and all people around see it, and he is not so young and he is not so seductive, and with some time he can think that he is not good enough. He is not enough for her, and because of this, he's jealous.
And how about other 2 fears or issues that a couple with big age gap can face? And we are talking more about the gentleman perspective right now. We have named that there can be a difference in interests, the first one, then jealousy, what else?
Sexual life, because with age, of course it can happen that man can have some problems in his sexual life, and he could have some fears that he is not good in his sexual life and she is not satisfied.
Yes, because pretty often when, for example, the couple meets and the gentleman is 45, that's one thing, but in 5 years when he turns 50
or 55,
yes, he will have a different sex drive. This doesn't mean that he will be less of a macho. But a lady in her 30s, she will open up to a sexual drive and desire, because as little girls and girls tend to get mature and grow up quickly, while boys are playing games.
We are talking about 20 and 40 years. This is 20 years, and 40 and 60, this is another 20 years.
Okay, and the fourth one, what is the first one?
Different priorities in life. For her, it can be really important and number 1 priority to have a child, and for him, for example, not.
If the gentleman in his 50s or in his 60s from the very beginning sets a goal to date a younger lady because he wants to have a child,
it's not always true.
But he claims he wants that.
He can think that he wants.
And at the end of the day, it can be different.
Yes, because maybe not all, but for some gentlemen, yes, I believe I want, and I believe that I want to have a child, to raise him, etc., etc. But to have a child, this is a big responsibility, and this is a huge changes in your life. And when you are 60, it's very hard sometimes to change it.
Especially if that's the first kid and to adopt.
Yes.
Alessia, I have read in another psychological book that in such marriages, when a lady is much younger than a gentleman, the lady will actually have to face more problems and issues. She will have much more restrictions than a gentleman. For example, she will have to follow the gentleman because he has more life experience, because he is financially secure.
In most cases, yes.
He dictates the rules, so she will have to adapt and to follow him. Also, there will be a time in their relationship when she will start missing spending time with people her age, because the majority of his friends would be of his age, and she will miss them. And as you have mentioned, he might be jealous.
Difference in interest, yes.
So my question to you as to professional psychologist is it really so that in such a relationship when a gentleman is much older than a lady, a gentleman is gaining actually more than a lady? Can you agree with that?
No, I can't agree. I think they both have advantages and they both have disadvantages. So it's not. It's hard to say that for one it's more or less. No.
Okay, we have already discussed the advantages for the gentleman, and we have discussed the advantages that the lady would like to have, like security, stability. Let's talk about disadvantages a little bit more. Can you name them for the lady and for the gentleman once again?
Once again, for the gentleman, we can name 4 of them. This is difference in interest, this is jealous, this is sexual life, there can be some problems, and priorities and goals in life. So disadvantages for ladies, they are sometimes the same with the men. A difference in interest, sexual life, of course, because sometimes it can happen that she won't be satisfied as much as she wants
with her partner.
About you told this about that she will follow her man, and because of this sometimes a lady can feel that he is over control, and he can, because he is jealous, he can control her phone calls or her messages and something like this, and she feels that he's not trust.
She feels trapped and she doesn't feel enough freedom.
Yes.
So these are the biggest disadvantages.
Not biggest, one of them. It's hard to say what is the biggest one. Next thing that I can say, that in the beginning of their relationships, she was surprised, maybe impressed by all things that he could give to her, that he could allow. But with ages, with time, it's not so marvel anymore for her. She get used to all this. So this is not the benefit more for her.
I understand your point of view, and I can give an example that pretty often older gentlemen, when they want to date younger girls, they tell that, oh, but I had a younger girlfriend and I have dated her like for a few months, we have been together like for 5 months, and at the very beginning, yes, she was wow that he has traveled to all these countries, he has tried all these cuisines, he has studied there, he has worked in this country, in that country, and all these stories, it's interesting to listen to them. And she liked the fact that, for example, he can introduce her to the new wine or to the new cuisine, take her to this restaurant, to that restaurant. That's all new, so every day of their relationship there is novelty. But as time goes by, she starts seeing that, for example, he's controlling. He doesn't like when she is not saying yes to everything he says, when she disagrees. And for example, he doesn't like it that she spends time with her friends or is not calling him when she wants. So the scenes,
all these restaurants, all this cuisine, it became a routine for her.
yeah, she understands that that's not so important because she feels trapped, she doesn't feel enough freedom. So this is why such relationship usually they end up within several months. And when gentlemen tell me that, oh wow, like I can attract younger ladies, I have a relationship with them, he has those relationships until this critique point once the lady realizes that it's not for her. She likes what he can give her, but that's not enough, and she wants something more.
Yes, and there is also one more reason, one more disadvantage is the time, and he is getting older, and she noticed it. She sees that his body is not as attractive and as he was, for example, 5 years ago, and she doesn't like it because she is still beautiful, she is still seductive, and he is not anymore.
On the other hand, the gentleman, the older gentleman, he has chosen the lady for her beauty, let's say, for her youth, for her figure. Time goes by and he realizes that the fact that she doesn't have the same life experience, that it bugs him. I have seen it with some clients. For example, a gentleman claims that he wants to date a younger lady. We introduce him to a younger lady. He is wowed by her looks at first, but then he gets irritated, yes, because she doesn't like his stories, she doesn't understand his jokes, she can't because there is an age gap and she didn't read same books, she didn't experience same thing that he has experienced. So pretty often gentlemen understand that it's not only about younger body, like they really don't have anything in common. So marriages and relationships with age gap, they are quite tricky. Would you agree with me in it?
Of course.
And they are so niche, for such a niche type of people, they are definitely not for everyone. Alessia, my last question in this video to you would be very tricky, and I know it bothers many guys, and I expect lots of comments and critique. Can you name the percentage of the ladies, because you interview so many ladies daily, that are actually open, like seriously open to relationship with the age gap, which is more than 10-15 years?
Not so many ladies are open to this age gap. Actually, it's maybe about 10 or 15%, not more.
So it's a total myth that all Ukrainian ladies are willing to date older.
That's not true.
Because older in the eyes of many ladies means that he's like 5 or 7 years older.
Yes, or even 2 years.
So guys, I hope it was useful for you, and I hope you have learned more about daddy issues and about Ukrainian culture. Please feel free to leave comments below this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to press the like. We will do more videos with Alessia this year. Like always, with love, Svetlana and Alessia from Diolli.com.